directing our lives to help us survive. So we spend our time to the fullest we can. We're seeing our lives have purpose, engaging our days to find better ways and build this life to the fullest we can.
Hello, welcome to This Dementia Life, created by Dementia Action Alliance. My name is Monica Downer, and I'm proud to be your host today. During our This Dementia Life podcast, we have conversations with inspiring people living with dementia and the amazing people that care about us. My guest today is Madeline Bastida. Thank you for being here today.
Of course. Thank you for having me. I'm excited. And it's so nice to meet you, Monica.
Nice to meet you too, Madeline. Madeline Bastida is a care partner, advocate, and content creator behind Andy and Maddy, where she shares her real-life journey caring for her father with Alzheimer's. Through culture, music, and reminiscence, she creates meaningful ways to keep her father engaged and full of purpose, even in memory care. As a Latina daughter, she is passionate about redefining what care partnering looks like and helping others feel less alone by showing the love, humor, and connection that still exists in the journey. So, you often find opportunities for your father to have meaning and purpose. Doing things he's done his whole life. Can you share some examples of these things?
Absolutely. So my dad, he's a hands-on guy. He's from New York. He's blue collar his entire life. He's the superintendent. Everybody loves him. Everybody's like, Nandy, Nandy, Nandy. So we noticed that any type of passive activities, they were getting nowhere. So we decided to give him things that work that he did in his past life, but not complicated, make it simple. So honestly, it started with the fence. So one day I was sitting here, my dad was frustrated, he was bored, and I said, we have to give him something. So my husband said, just let him paint the fence and we can see what he does. It started with the fence. He did one panel at a time. It cost us $1 a panel. We did not care. And that's where we noticed that his face lit up. He was there for 6 hours. I had to sit him and say, hey, Dad, sit down. You need a drink, because he was so happy and engaged. And then from there, we started noticing that, wait, we just have to give him little things at a time. And then that's when we started doing the doorknob. We took off the loose screws from the doorknob and we just put him a chair. We put disco music. He does well with disco music. Once he's whistling, I'm like, he's happy. So all those things bring him joy. So we're like, why not? Why not give purpose? And it's not about if he did the doorknob right or not. It's not about if he did the fence right or not. It's just about giving dad purpose. And from there, we just keep on building little simple tasks at a time.
That is so interesting. Um, so your Andy and Maddy Instagram page, it shows so many moments of connection through music. Has this always been important to your father?
Girl, my dad loves music. He has been loving music. So we're Puerto Rican and we lived in New York. We're considered New Yorkers. So since at a young age, I remember growing up, and when I grew up with him in New York City and I was young, I remember having disco balls in our house. He was always dressed as John Travolta. He was also all the time like either dancing or he will do his Puerto Rican music. It depends what mood he was in. If he was celebrating Puerto Rico, he would put his salsa merengue, and my dad was always dancing. If he wasn't
Oh,
dancing at the
wow.
club, he had people at the house dancing. So I'm just like, hey, we got to bring that back. And he
Yes.
remembers all the words. All the
Really?
words. Yes, yes. But I noticed that what works for him is not music that he listened to about 10 or 20 years ago. I'm talking about music he listened to at his best prime time. And that's when my dad was 30 years old. So the music I play is when he was 30, 35, and 40. And that tells me he was probably the happiest at his prime time, you
Yeah,
know? So
yeah.
we my whole family listens to all the songs. I even know all the Donna Summer, all the songs now.
Oh, wow. Um, you share on your page that you find moments of joy. What does this look like for you, and how do you create these moments?
Absolutely. As we know, Alzheimer's and dementia is hard. It's a long journey, right? But what I noticed with my dad, when we give him purpose, he is so excited. And not only that, I have to go to my dad's personality. I have to meet my dad where he's at. So
Okay.
my dad, his whole life, he's been a joker. He likes to joke around. He likes to hide things. So we joke
Oh,
with him.
yes.
So we kind of just we kind of it's like our roles are backwards, right?
Yeah.
Like, but I'm very playful with him, and I try to make sure all the time that we include him. It's very important to include him because when he doesn't feel included, he feels left out. And I think that's where aggravation happens. So I was tell, hey, Dad, um, would you like to do this with us? And he's like, yeah, sure. You know what I mean? So we
Mhm.
just try to make it silly. We try to connect with him. We try to make him feel safe because whenever he feels safe, that's when we can create these beautiful memories with him.
Wow. I love that. Connection is so important for everyone. How do you help your father stay connected to people, animals, and nature?
This is huge. I cannot agree with you anymore. It is important. So we have dogs. We bring our dogs with us. He plays with the dogs. He pets the dogs. He loves the dogs. I have a little small Shih Tzu.
Hmm.
He thinks that's the baby. So I'm like, hey, Dad, can you give the dog food? Can you throw the ball with the dog? So I make sure he has that interaction with animals. When I go with my dad with me on the weekends and some weekdays, based on my availability, I take him with me everywhere. He picks his own clothing, he picks his own food because he still has his dignity. I have to make sure that I still keep him alert and engaged in having these
Right.
conversations. I'll even tell him, hey, Dad, can you ask the cashier lady if she has this? And the reason I do that because I want him to socialize. I think socializing is huge.
It
And my
is.
sis, it's huge. It's huge. So we socialize him. We have the family call him. We do FaceTime. We try to get him involved. If there's a party, and if it's family friendly, dementia friendly,
Mhm.
dad's included. And we know how to navigate that with him. We do it in early time between 10 and 2. And then
Mhm.
we put him in a, not like in a corner, but he has his safe corner. And when
Good.
he's ready to socialize, he comes and hangs out with all of us. But if
Mhm.
it's too much for him, he has his corner. And we've learned that, to the 3 years of this situation, because every day we're learning.
Right, right. What are some other lessons that you've learned along the way?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a big one. I learned that I can't correct him. I don't correct him anymore. It's not about perfection. It's about
Mhm.
giving him a purpose.
Mhm.
I'm really big on been giving my dad his dignity. So if my dad likes certain colognes, learns how to like to dress a certain way, I let him. I let him be who he wants to be. You know what I mean? I have to get creative with him. So a lot of times, showering has been a challenging thing, but we get creative, right? So he can shower and keep his hygiene and something like that. So that works. So I don't, my advice is like, it's all about your mood,
Mhm.
right? So if I'm going there and I'm having a bad day, he can sense that.
Oh
So
yeah.
I make sure before I go in, I let all that energy out
Mhm.
and I go with a different type of energy and different type of vibe. And that helps us connect so much better. And then he doesn't feel like he's a burden because they can feel how you feel. And I think that's huge. And it's, and I don't take anything personal anymore because you know what? It's not them. They're having such a hard time as it is. It's the
Mhm.
disease.
Yeah.
Um, and breathe, breathe.
That's important. Yes. Last question for you. What advice would you share with care partners navigating a similar journey?
I would say the most important thing, don't stay in silence. By
Mm.
doing that, you're just harming yourself. If a friend asks you if you need help, take their help. And that
Okay.
is even for them going grocery shopping for you or watching your loved one even for 30 minutes. Take the help. Don't say no. Don't be stubborn. Take the help. Because I learned that the hard way. Find your community. There's so many communities out there that help you find
Mhm.
other caregivers. I've learned so much by talking with other caregivers. What might work for me and might work for you, but might work for someone else, right?
Right.
It's all about communicating.
Mhm.
Contact organizations like the one that you're part of, the Alzheimer's Association. Don't
Mhm.
just make sure that you're contacting, you're finding, educate yourself the resources that you need so you don't have to navigate this alone. Support groups are huge. They
Mhm.
help me a lot.
Mhm.
You can do them in person, you can do them virtual.
Mhm.
There's memory care cafes where you can meet with other people that are walking this journey with you, and you can take your person with you or not. Um, because if you don't find time for yourself, and if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your loved ones. So I'm really big on, as a caregiver, make sure you take care of yourself as well,
Okay.
right? Because if we don't have oxygen, how can I take care of my loved one?
That is so true. Those are some really, really good tips. Madeline, thank you for joining us today to share your journey and wisdom as a care partner. Dementia Action Alliance is committed to enhancing lives, connecting people, and increasing understanding. I'd like to thank you for joining DAA for this Dementia Life podcast. More podcasts and available resources are available at daanow.org. You can help continue these podcasts and other programs that enhance the lives of the dementia community with a donation at daanow.org/donate. I'm your host, Monica Downer. Remember, the brain may forget, but the heart never will.
Fullest we can, so we live our life to the fullest we can.